Hello, Dr. Stoll here with SimulEYE. This is a brief overview of PhacoMaster. So it's based off of our multi-base platform. We did another separate video showing really how to use the multi-base, but we'll incorporate some of that in here. So PhacoMaster, again, uses our multi-base platform, and we're going to do it with the capsule 5.5, so the pre-made Rhexis version. We'll do a separate video for Make-A-Rhexis with the other capsule 8.0. The first thing we want to do is remove the suction cup. That's very important because otherwise, when we install the capsule will invert. The next is take the capsule and turn it upside down on the table. Then turn the multi-base over and align it through the hole and press down. That installs the capsule to exactly where it needs to be. The next step is to take one of your lenses, and with the correct orientation, flatter side is anterior, more curved side is posterior. Put it between your fingers and approach the capsule on edge. Place it into the capsule and rotate it to have the proper orientation with the flatter side up. Once the lens is in the capsule, now we can fill with water. It will not allow the capsule to invert when we put the suction cup in place. Fill with water, just regular water. Keep this vertically oriented and bring the suction cup back into position and screw it back into place. You'll lose a few drops of water. The lens does not fall out because it's held in place by the capsulotomy. The water is critical to provide red reflex and also to provide the support that the lens needs. This is basically ready to go. The next step is to attach the PhacoMaster eye front. You can tell because it has a pre-placed hole here. This is to help create a nice seal around the phaco sleeve. The side port incisions are not made, so you'll make those yourself, whether you're right-handed or left-handed surgeon, and wherever you want to place them, however many clock hours away. Recommendations is to make it no more than 1 millimeter wide to minimize fluid leak. So after the lens is in place, take the eye front and the assembled back multi-base and press them together. It should have a nice seal and clip there, but just to be sure, we can put the red clip on. The groove goes toward the top. I like to put it in line with the pre-placed hole. So I just put it here and slide it in place. And now the eye is ready to go. The only last step is we take our dispersive viscoelastic substitute and we would fill the anterior chamber like that. And then place dispersive all across the cornea. And that really helps create a great view into the eye. This helps lubricate the incision, and it also helps to reduce bubbles coming into the eye. Essentially, PhacoMaster is ready now for the next case. Okay, so imagine that we finished our phaco case, the bag is empty. This is how we reload the eye to do the next case. We'll reuse the release tab to release the suction, remove the red clip, remove the eye front. The bag is empty. We take our next lens and we simply put it back in the capsule in the same orientation. So here's my anterior side, which is flatter. We go on edge, put the new lens in, rotate, put the eye front back on, and reinstall the red clip to ensure the eye front doesn't come off. Find your incision hole, add viscoelastic, this is our dispersive, to the front, and recoat the surface as needed. And it's ready to go again. The important part here is that you do not open up the back, you do not take out the capsule. It's that quick to turn over. If the capsule gets bumped out of place, or if there's a bubble behind the capsule, then you'll do the instructions from the beginning. But otherwise, you just simply put a new lens in and it turns over very quickly. Thank you.
Go.
Hello, Dr. Stoll of SimulEYE. This is a review of SimulEYE PhacoMaster with Make-A-Rhexis. So for this situation, we have our multi-base, of course, and we have our capsule 8.0 that we'll put the lens into, and we'll put an anterior capsule film on here. So just like always, we first remove the suction cup from the back of the eye. Then we turn the capsule over. That's the capsule 8.0. We align through the back and press. And now the capsule 8.0 is installed. The next step is, normally with the capsule 5.5, we would simply put the lens in place. With this one, we want to put some dispersive viscoelastic in the capsular bag, and then we take our lens and we place the lens in the capsule. You can still go on edge like this, but because the opening is a lot bigger, it's easier to place the lens in there. And just make sure it's in place like that. Then we turn the eye over and we're going to fill with water. Remember, the filling with water is important for the red reflex and to provide the support that the lens needs. You only do this on the initial setup or if the capsule becomes dislodged. Reinstalling the suction cup as we hold it vertically, and doing that, we're just going to push the lens down and make sure it's in the capsule, which it still is. And now we put a little bit more dispersive on the lens, and we take one of our anterior capsulorhexis films and we put it in place. The new version will have a white rim around it for orientation. The white rim goes up. We put that on there. I've tried to ensure that there are no bubbles behind it. It's very easy to center with your fingertips. And now we put the eye front on, just like before. So the only difference is we're using the capsule 8.0 instead of the 5.5. We're using some dispersive underneath the lens and on top of the lens, and we put the anterior capsule on there. So there's our pre-made hole for the for the PhacoMaster eye front. And I'm going to align the red clip with that. And then of course we would fill, just like normal, dispersive viscoelastic, coat the cornea with the dispersive. That helps the view, helps keep bubbles out. On these PhacoMaster eye fronts, the pre-placed hole forms a nice seal around the phaco sleeve. You have to make your side port incisions. Let's imagine we've done our phaco now. We created a capsulotomy, we did phaco, we're ready for the next case. The important part here is we take this off. Of course, the lens would be out of there, so we can just slide that out. But what I want to show is that the anterior capsule film stays up in here. Of course, yours would have a capsulotomy made in it, but that has to be removed before the next case. So you simply press in and you can remove the anterior capsule film, and then the eye is ready to reset. You would put another lens in, more visco, and a new capsule film. Or if you wanted to switch over to the capsule 5.5, you'd have to remove this, unscrew the suction cup, and start from the beginning. I hope that helps. Thank you.